Hey, this is David B69, and this is my GM for NBA 2K17. Um, this is just going to mainly be an informational video. Might play a game at the end of it, I'm not sure. Probably just talk about this and basically gauge excitement. What I'm trying to do is I created a fictional league here on top of the other one. What it does is the new version gives you the ability to expand. Now I could have relocated teams. I could still relocate my team. I mean, I could just go brigade and I could choose a city, and I mean, then I could rebrand it. I mean, there's tons of places I could go. I could go to Pittsburgh. I can go to I could say the Bronx instead of what's called. I can go to Hartford. I can go to Providence. Let's see. I can go to Montreal. I don't know why I would go to Montreal. It's like I can create second teams other places. I can go to Seattle. I can go to Sacramento, Oakland, San Jose, LA, Anaheim, San Diego. Heck, I can go to Hawaii and Alaska. I mean, you could just pretty much go everywhere and have your teams. Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami. What the heck is Athens, Georgia? But you can have all these different places to expand to. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it just doesn't matter. I'm not doing it. But anyway, so and for my league and everything for this year, what I'm trying to do is I've created, it's like my franchise, and I've created like my teams, but I created teams and stuff to go along with this league that have the ultimate chance of winning it all. The standard NBA teams generally do not stand a chance. Why do not they not stand a chance? Well, let's look at this. This is the 76-77 Sixers. But they're not just the 76-77 Sixers. There are other players that are also and everything that were around the area and stuff and everything around the basically just there's other team players and stuff, and I put them on this team. Let's see here. There's a secondary Bulls team and everything. I mean, we're gonna go through the rosters and stuff and everything. It's like let's see here. What's the additional team here? Oh, it's the Boston Celtics. It's like they have their own team, but it's like I said, it's expanded out and everything. And same thing with Houston Rockets, Seattle. Seattle's back in the NBA and everything in this game. Let's see, we have the 86-87 Lakers with a bunch of other players and stuff expanded on it. So it's just interesting. Let's look at the, let me see, roster here. I'll go through some of these rosters and stuff. You got it's like this. That's what I said about expanded here. You get Allen Iverson, Julius Erving, Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, John Lucas, George McGinnis, Willis Reed, Dikembe Mutombo, Doug Collins, Robbie Free, Henry Bibby, Aaron McKee, Tyrone Hill. I mean, that's just one team. Let's see here. And here's the Bulls team. Michael Jordan, Oscar Robertson, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas, Sidney Moncrief, Joe Dumars, Mark Price, Dennis Rodman, Paul Pressey, Horace Grant, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper, B.J. Armstrong. I mean, it's a very powerful team. We got the Celtics. They have Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Kevin McHale, Dominique Wilkins, Sam Jones, Pete Maravich. I can't speak today. Alonzo Mourning, Robert Parrish, Casey Jones, John Havlicek, Dennis Johnson, Tom Sanders, Larry Johnson. I mean, very stacked team. Okay, here's the Lakers team. Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Chris Mullin, Michael Cooper, James Worthy, Byron Scott, Mitch Richmond. And here we got the Rockets. They have Olajuwon, David Robinson. I mean, it's like they're two towers right there. Tracy McGrady, Yao Ming, Tim Duncan. I mean, it's like the height of this team is just amazing. Otis Thorpe, Shane Battier, Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell, Bobby Jackson, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell, Mario Elie. I mean, it's a pretty stacked team. And here's the Seattle team. Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Shawn Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Jack Hornacek, Terry Porter, Jerome Kersey, Hersey Hawkins, Sam Perkins, Irvin Johnson. I mean, very good teams here. Okay, that was all the teams, but as you can see, though, it really, really makes like very, very powerful teams. Now, here's the interesting part. You have players' contracts and stuff and everything. It's like they have caps. You can see up top and everything. You have team salary and you have salary cap room. You go to the Sixers, they have negative 81.7 salary cap room, and their luxury cap, they're 62 million above the luxury cap. I mean, the Bulls and stuff are 110 million dollars above the salary cap, and 91 above the luxury tax. The Celtics, 96 million above the salary cap, 77 above the luxury tax. I mean, you can see regular teams are the same way; they're at 20 million above and stuff. So it's not like a thing. The thing that kills them and everything is the luxury tax. I mean, here we go. The Lakers and stuff. I think they're the worst ones. $164 million above the salary cap. 145 above the luxury tax. The question is, can you continue to exist like that? And here's the Rockets team. They're only 64 million above, 45 above the luxury tax. Seattle is 103 above the salary cap, 84 million above the luxury tax. So, I think that goes through everybody. I mean, right now I have $35 million in room for myself. I mean, I can do lots of things. It's like the other teams can't do it, but that I can do. Cap hits versus actual salaries. That's actually kind of interesting. There's no difference there for these guys. So, anyways. So we got some interesting stuff. I like to play the games. I mean, I'm not the greatest basketball player in the world. I mean, if you just got done watching my soccer series, you know that. but I do like having fun with the franchise and posting videos every once in a while. So my thought is I would play the regular season games and just record one every once in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a game right now. I'm going to play this game here.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Game 1 of the NBA season. A time of hope. A time of optimism.
There's that word again.
You know what? That was so, I don't know, it was so deep and it was so heartfelt the way I delivered it. I almost can't go on. I'm just bright-eyed and busy. Well, let's move on. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Toronto Raptors in their house, Air Canada Center. For Toronto, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. And a chance to check out Kyle Lowry here, one of the more underrated guards in the league. But he is as tough a matchup as you will find.
I call him the little pit bull. You know, I actually seen him, the late great Eggman, who was assistant general manager at the time, introduced me to him. Fantastic leader, tons of passion, great will to win. Doesn't get enough credit, man, and shoots the 3-ball just with anybody in the league.
It took him a long time to become an all-star, but now you can pretty much pencil him in.
That's right, Ernie. And when he gets a hot hand, he can absolutely take over game with his shooting. And his passer reminds me of my main man, Pistol Pete Maravich, straight out of LSU.
That'll do it for now. Almost time for tip. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Now I'm trying to show you a little bit of what's happening in the game.
An electric crowd here at Toronto's Air Canada Center. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Of course, the news going into this one. Gerald Henderson, sidelined, out with an injury.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I don't think there's any doubt. You know, when you watch that live, that injury seemed to be far worse. So still, small comfort for him having to sit these next few weeks out, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Inside, it's the lengthy pair of Noel and Okafor. Luwawu is out there with Jared Bayless, and it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. Here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Cannot forget to box out Okafor on the glass. I mean, he is relentless in his attack.
And Ben Simmons, the latest star to come over from Australia. Many feel that he could be the player that vaults Australia into a powerhouse on the international level. A lot of hopes being placed in the shoulders of Simmons.
Yeah, fellow Australian Andrew Bogut said that Simmons will most likely be the best Australian player ever in just a short time. I mean, his game translates well in international ball, has the frame and playmaking ability to just carry a team.
And Simmons slams it in.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard, reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
To the paint, here's Patterson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Patterson's got his first bucket of the night.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Okafor. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
And that one drops.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Bayless dishes to Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Luwawu, the pass to Bayless. Okafor kicks to Noel. Back to Okafor. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Grown man play there by Okafor. The skill he has in muscling shots in over difficult defense is a real bonus for him and his team. And for much of his freshman season at Duke, Jahlil Okafor was considered a possible #1 overall pick for the 2015 draft. And in his rookie season, he averaged over 17 points per game. His interior offensive game was NBA ready from day one.
Lowry for three. Valanciunas dishes to Carroll. Outside Lowry. Patterson, the screen. DeRozan passes to Carroll. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Here's Valanciunas. And finally they hit one. Valanciunas has got his second basket.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And then Okafor slams it in.
Boy, it's enjoyable watching Okafor use his size so well. I mean, he's just bludgeoning the rim whenever he gets it inside down low.
And for Okafor, we know he can score on the block. What areas, guys, you see where he can still improve?
Well, I think defense and rebounding are probably the two biggest areas. He's not extremely mobile or explosive, but with his size and strength, he's got to be a bigger presence on the glass, in my opinion.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now the dish to Simmons. To the right side. And Bayless kicks to Okafor. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves, and counter moves.
He misses the free throw. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively, offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, David. Guys?
You know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Attack being the operative word, all in caps. I mean, it has to be an active, assertive approach they use. They can't sit back and be passive.
Here's Okafor. after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, Kevin, a look here at last year in the NBA where the Raptors ranked 5th in three-point field goal percentage, 5th in fewest turnovers per game, and they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
Carroll, no one around him, and he misses the go-ahead basket. The 76ers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Bayless with it. Lowry picks him up. To the right side. It's stolen by Carroll. Outside Lowry. Back to Carroll. Here's Patterson. No good from outside. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And checking out the stats for Lowry. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game. 6 assists and just over 2 steals. He is
no easy buckets now. Hustle up. Hey, if we let up on D even a little, it's enough to get their guy going.
That impressive, but once you watch him move, you see what the hype is all about. Runs like a guard with a forward's body. Incredible quickness for a player his size makes him a nightmare matchup.
The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Raptors moving the ball around. Ball's knocked loose. Sullinger dishes to Carroll. Pass to Lowry. Takes a 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
He's off on the first. And with Simmons and his frame, it shines in the open court. He can handle the ball and lead a break like few others can at that size.
Yeah, and what's great about Simmons in any situation is the control he has over his speed and body. Often you see physically gifted players like him take time to learn how to control both of those attributes. Simmons not only has an NBA-ready body, he has the dexterity and power over it to make incredible things happen on the floor.
The 76ers trailing. Rodriguez passes to Luau. Okafor lets it go. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And, you know, the instincts of Okafor, really impressive. When the defense is in his face, he's got a quick release that really serves him well on that jump shot.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Damari Carroll. And the new practice facility and basketball operations center at the Sixers starting this season, right across the Delaware River.
It's actually in a different state, strangely enough, Camden, New Jersey. It's the biggest practice facility in the NBA. And the Sixers building the team up on and off the court.
Kicks to Patterson. Pass to Sullinger. Feeds it to Lowry. 5 to shoot. Sullinger the screen. And it's rebounded by Covington. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Down low, here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now, here's DeRozan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Beyond the arc. Another miss by DeRozan. The 76ers leading by 3. Covington kicks to Okafor, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Ross is checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor, and Sarge is subbed in for Simmons. From deep, They get it again. Second chance shot. Embiid, no good. The Raptors have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And Joseph kicks to Powell. Here's Sullinger. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Raptors trail by 3. Now the Raptors moving it up. Powell for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Powell's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. 76ers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And here's Covington from the arc. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Shots good by Saric. Joseph with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Sullinger the screen. Now here's Patterson. D right on him. Powell for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
Ball movement was superb, majestic, and they got good shots and they made them. So it wasn't a surprise, but the ball movement was the key.
A slam by Saric.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Raptors trail by 4. 1:16 left to play in the first. Powell dishes to Sullinger, and it's Joseph in the corner. The rebound by Luwawu.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Joseph. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. He dishes it to Powell. Pass to Sullinger. To stop the run. And Sullinger missing. The 76ers leading by 9. Now here's Rodriguez. 9 points last game out. Here's Saric. And too long on the shot. Joseph. That one, no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. 76ers lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys. Got to have on your team.
and the kind of guy who is teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Jamari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And the former 5th overall pick back in the 2011 draft, Valanciunas is still only scratching, people feel, the surface of his true potential.
And he's had a few bouts with the injury bug, Kevin, but when he's right, he's a load. Struggles defending on the perimeter, but his rebounding and rim protection have gotten more nasty as he's matured.
And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, an office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
There's something you don't see very often out of this guy. Looked like he was shooting a medicine ball.
Well, some really terrific numbers. For Okafor, he has 14 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Here's Bayless. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, Bayless is really unflappable. Nothing bothers him. Even when he gets hacked, he stays focused on the hoop and gets his shots to fall. Somehow, some way, he makes it happen.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line. Well, of course, 2 Canadian teams were born to the NBA in '95, but back in 2001, the Vancouver Grizzlies became the Memphis Grizzlies, leaving the Toronto Raptors as the sole Canadian survivor.
Lowry for 3. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Saric misses. What's interesting about the Raptors and Grizzlies when they first entered the league, the Grizzlies were actually the team that seemed to be on the track for big things, but lately the tables have really turned.
Yeah, and what's surprising to me is that as we've tried to appeal to more people in more countries with our game, we still have only one franchise located outside of the U.S., and that's the Raptors. The NBA is seeing a rejuvenation in revenues, but if we want that growth to maximize, we may need to try and broaden our international horizon.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Philadelphia. Here's DeRozan, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Raptors trail by 5. Now Lowry, 7 points in the game. Sullinger passes to Lowry. Here's Carroll. The pass to DeRozan.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Okafor kicks to Noel. Off target from outside. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And stolen by Simmons. All going up court. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Here's Carroll. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers leading by 5. And it's Okafor missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And one thing about Kyle Lowry, he's an absolute pit bull out there, and he's been that way since he was a 5-star recruit out of high school in Philadelphia.
Yeah, less about the sizzle, more about the stake. Physical, relentless, wears you down on both ends of the court, and for the last 2 seasons, a starter in the All-Star game. His toughness and leadership, championship qualities.
Ross is checked in for the Raptors, and he can't hit the second.
And already Okafor has become a dominant big man in the association. Has a good number of post moves to choose from, in addition to a nice jump hook.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 7. Here's the teardrop. Takes the 3. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Ross.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
This is to Okafor. He had stolen by Sullinger. Now running, here comes Lowry pushing the ball up. And the rejection by Noel.
And the shot blocking skills of Noel are a staple of his game. Really one of the foundational pieces. He really takes a lot of pride in what he does on defense.
Well, one of the biggest names in free agency, GA, this past offseason was DeMar DeRozan. Many in Toronto feared he would leave the team, but he re-upped with the Raptors on a huge deal.
Yeah, and DeRozan spoke about loyalty to the franchise when he announced he wanted to return to Toronto. It's the only team he's ever played for his entire career, and easy to be loyal when you are getting almost $30 million a year. So it's a great contract for DeRozan.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Let's go. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist. Rodriguez has got 4 assists in the game.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Rodriguez. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Okafor inside. Sullinger's there. Rodriguez. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide-open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
And that's his 4th foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game. And last year, Kyle Lowry took another huge leap in his development. And yeah, the points, the steals, and the rebounds were fantastic, but I thought the bigger part was the fact that the discipline he showed in the offseason to drop to 25 pounds. You know, you factor that in with his shot selection, and that discipline is one reason why he was an all-star and rapidly becoming one of the very elite guards we have in our league.
Now here's Bayless. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Here's Noel. 4 on the shot clock. And Bayless with the basket, the assist by Noel. Noel's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Raptors trail by 3. And talking about the progression of Lowry's game, some feel his improved attitude has had a lot to do with that.
You hit it. He was hard-headed when he came into the league. Didn't always get along with his coaches. Now, though, his maturity, his real confidence, those are areas of growth that have allowed him to just settle in and play his game.
And, you know, passing the ball is exactly what Bayless is out there to do. I mean, especially when a teammate does not have anybody around him. Get it to the open guy.
Outside DeRozan. Inside. Carroll dishes to DeRozan. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first.
Here we go. Let's draw it up. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort, but I know we could be doing so much better on offense. If we want to beat these guys, we have to stay disciplined and get good looks at the rim. They cannot stop us on the pick and roll, so I want to keep running that until they figure out how to guard us. You got me?
So he beats people with that polished mid-range game and shoots an incredible number at that line, and those are reasons why this guy continues to improve and become one of the best at that off-guard position.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Norman Powell comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Patterson. He's got 5. Here's Sullinger, and he banks in the layup. And now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead. And looking at how DeRozan gets his points last season, Greg, he made great strides in becoming a more efficient shooter.
Yeah, and for a guy who didn't take a lot of threes, the field goal accuracy wasn't all that great for a number of seasons. But last year, DeRozan was more patient, took better shots. He also became more of a conscientious playmaker, which his teammates, no doubt, appreciate.
Ross kicks to Joseph. Back to Ross. Embiid against Sullinger. Poke loose. He's all alone. Here's Luwawu. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And so here's Toronto. 76ers getting the bucket. 4 on the clock. Here's Joseph. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bayless the pass to Covington. Embiid the screen. Covington dishes to Embiid. There's Bayless with the 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
Now here's Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Powell for 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Bayless with it. He's covered by Joseph. For 3, Covington. Score of the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Raptors trail by 3. And here is Powell. He's got 6. He feeds it to Joseph. He's looking for Sullinger and finds him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from the baseline. Philadelphia leading by 3. 54 seconds left in the first half. Here's Luwawu. Another 3 for Philadelphia. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Powell kicks to Joseph. At the elbow is Sullinger. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Covington. The rebound by Patterson.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now here's Joseph, looking for his first basket still in this one. Bayless with it. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Bayless. And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers ahead. They lead by 6. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Wayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome back as we break down all the action. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. The second quarter wasn't as kind to them, but they still fought through some mistakes to have a 6-point cushion at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, their perimeter defense is falling apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You know, Jahlil Okafor has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Raptors trail by 6, and so much excitement in Philadelphia around these young 76ers, but the memory's still fresh of when this team set the longest losing streak in the history of major North American sports. 28 consecutive games.
Yeah, a 10-game losing streak to close the 2015 season and an 18-game streak to start last season. Not what you want to be known for. In all, that was 251 days between W's. Don't like making that kind of history, and hopefully the future is so much brighter that they forget about that element of their history.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Inside, it's the lengthy pair of Noel and Okafor. Jarrett Bayless is out there with Luwawu, and it's Simmons in at the 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The 76ers leading by 8. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Okafor's got 19 points.
Superb work from Okafor from the interior. I mean, just a tireless worker wreaking havoc in the paint.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. It's tipped. Patterson with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Patterson, that's good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail.
Know your personnel.
Now here's Simmons. 7 points in the game. Here's Okafor. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Raptors making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Sarge is checked in for Nerlens Noel. And the Raptors, they've come a long way over the past few years in terms of their competitiveness.
And what I like about the Raptors front office, they're unafraid to reshape the team when things aren't quite working. 2 years ago, they were much more about offense than defense. Last year, they were an upper echelon defensive team, even if the offense suffered a little bit.
Now Okafor, following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. And it's Bayless in the corner. It's tipped and stolen by Patterson. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Carroll for 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Raptors trail by 10. Outside Lowry. He kicks it to Patterson. The feed to DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Luwawu, the pass to Sarge. Puts up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Sarge has got 9 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Toronto calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Rodriguez is checked in for Jared Bayless. Patterson dishes to DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers leading by 13. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Raptors.
And when you look at their percentages from D, not pretty. It raises the question, do you keep chucking or do you try and go to plan B?
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Clock at 6. 76ers moving the ball around.
I'm sure Coach would like to see them take more higher percentage shots. They have the lead, but they've not been able to knock down the threes as well as they did in that first half.
Here is Lowry after the Sixers pick up 2. Sullinger with a screen for Lowry. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 12. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rodriguez passes to Okafor. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. Three from the inbound. Simmons dishes to Okafor. Tries yet again and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Philadelphia.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous, very unselfish.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Good on the second free throw. Here's DeRozan. He's got 6. There's the dish to Carroll. Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Saric. Here's Patterson. No good on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Kicks it to Simmons. It's stolen by Carroll. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage from the baseline. Count it. DeRozan's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Saric has the open look. And then Okafor slams it in.
And, you know, with Okafor, he's got a variety of ways to score. I mean, in the post, he's got a mid-range game, and he's actually getting better getting to the line and making free throws.
And so here's Toronto. 76ers getting the bucket. DeRozan's shot is off.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And it's Carroll in the corner. Here's Sullinger, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Sullinger's got 12.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet. And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
And the Raptors call.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Do not give them any life out there. Understood? We got this.
Toronto will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Ross comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid comes in for Okafor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Simmons. The 76ers leading by 11. Over to the wing. Feeds it to Saric. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer. He's got 12.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Luwawu, the pass to Rodriguez. Here's Covington. Good, and Rodriguez gets the assist.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He's got 5. To the right side. Powell dishes to Valanciunas. That one's off, still out of sync. Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Passes it to Saric. Embiid kicks to Saric. And it goes down 2 points. Saric has got 8 here in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Joel Embiid, a big man with franchise player potential. Talk about what makes him special, guys.
Well, I think it's his size, his athleticism. And what I liked when I watched him at Kansas was how he improved so rapidly. Almost from game to game, you saw major strides in his performance. He can score inside and out. He can block shots. He defends. He runs the floor well. There's a reason he was drafted 3rd overall back in 2014, even with a broken foot.
Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. They get it back. Valanciunas, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
a big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
That one is off. And the Sixers had been regarded as one of the most analytical front offices in the league. With the new front office, it'll be interesting to see how their approach changes.
Well, will they keep the same up-tempo style, shooting threes and attacking the rim? This had been an organization willing to challenge convention in a lot of ways. We'll see if, in fact, that continues to be the case with the front office turnover.
Now here's Rodriguez. Pass to Saric. He dishes it to Embiid. 1:53 left in the third quarter, and Embiid throws it down.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific. That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
The 76ers leading by 19. That shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dario Saric. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Nerlens Noel comes in for Saric, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Luawu. And Toronto has possession, and the pass to Joseph. From 12 feet out, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Embiid, no good.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Screen by Valanciunas. Carroll for three. Second shot opportunity, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Raptors have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Now here's Noel. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now here's Joseph. Screen by Valanciunas. Joseph, the pass to Powell. With 1 on the clock. And the miss. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers lead by 14. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our cuts. We got to up our level.
And Dwayne Casey imploring his guys to put forth a greater effort. Feels they're getting out-hustled.
That's right. I mean, the one thing coaches cannot stand is a lack of energy. Expect these guys to ramp it up from an intensity standpoint.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The 76ers leading by 14. Inside, it's Patterson by Valanciunas. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. The 11-footer, and it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Lowry. Valanciunas has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And stolen by Patterson. Dishes it to Joseph. Outside Lowry. Puts up a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Okafor's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Simmons dishes to Okafor, and there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Sarge is checked in. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here they go. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Joseph.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Simmons passes to Bayless. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And, you know, throughout Bayless's career, he's proven to be quite dependable from outside. If you don't get a hand up on him, he'll drop in that perimeter shot for you.
Now here's Lowry. Fires for 3. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And Sarge has it in the corner. He tries for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Outside Lowry. And it's Lowry again missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Fires the 3. Saric misses. Raptors trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Valanciunas, good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers leading by 14. Simmons dishes to Okafor. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. DeRozan leading the charge. The 17-footer goes down.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Sarge has it in the corner. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Bayless has got 3 assists tonight.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Toronto. Luwawu is checked in for the 76ers. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Thank you, David. And here is Bayless following Kyle Lowry's 3. Okafor in the post. Patterson defending. And it's Okafor missing. Raptors trail by 12. Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Carroll, no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
No good from Luwawu. In Toronto, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Now Lowry. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. From about 16, Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 6 rebounds now in the game. Tipped away and stolen by Kyle Lowry. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Sarge has got his 5th rebound in this one. Luwawu, the pass to Bayless. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. He feeds it to Simmons. Comes up empty down low.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
And Carroll gets it to go.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
The 76ers leading by 9.
I got yours.
Here's Luwawu. Here's Okafor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And he can't get the first one.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Here's Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And that's 15 points for Valanciunas.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
The shot's good from Bayless.
Really like the shooting form of Bayless. Pretty compact, tight, efficient, and repeatable. I mean, every time he shoots, you just assume it's going in.
Now here's DeRozan. Patterson setting the pick for DeRozan. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Toronto, DeMar DeRozan. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. And Noel subbed in for Sarge. Both free throws good from DeRozan. The 76ers leading by 9. In the corner, Simmons with it. Pass to Luwawu. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The feed to Noel. Passes it to Luwawu. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Embiid. Bucket is good. And the 76ers lead by 11. For Toronto, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Outside Lowry. From 11 feet away. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Here's Bayless. Out left to the wing. And here is Noel. Embiid the screen. And it's Bayless in the corner. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Patterson passes to Lowry. Carroll for 3. And Embiid pulls it down.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And Noel kicks to Bayless. Here's Embiid. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Valanciunas. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Raptors trail by 9. Here's DeRozan. It's tipped. Now here's Simmons. Carroll covering. And Noel kicks to Bayless. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Noel. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. The dish to DeRozan. Looking to end its cold spell. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Embiid.
Looking at the game for DeRozan, 12 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's off as well, so he misses both. 1:52 left in the game.
And, I think veteran leadership traits that Bayless exudes, really the reason he's so highly revered around the league. Somebody that this team looks to both on and off the court.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Both free throws good from Bayless. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. DeRozan with it. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Here's DeRozan. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Okafor is checked in for Philadelphia. .109 left in the fourth. The 76ers leading by 8. Bayless dishes to Noel. Patterson bringing the double. Luwawu the pass to Bayless. Now here's Simmons. Carroll covering. Okafor kicks to Simmons. And it goes down 2 points. And the set.
That's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Now let's stay sharp and finish strong.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. And it's Carroll in the corner. Latrey. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. And here are the 76ers now. That's tipped. Kicks it to Saric.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A pull-up. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Come on, let's go.
Run.
And Joseph kicks to Pirtle. One-on-one fast break. Here's Covington, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Man, do I like the intensity of Noel on defense. Really an imposing presence who does an outstanding job making things hard for the opposition.
They set the pick. Here's Joseph, and the rejection by Noel. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jahlil Okafor, a man on a mission. He came out torching the Nets and just never cooled down. Obviously, his monster first quarter had a big impact on tonight's outcome.
He was a marksman from the field tonight. No wasted opportunities. He would just wait right there and strike when he was open. And there were few misses on his part.
At the offensive end, he was dominant in the paint. Terrific positioning, terrific feet work, Ernie. You see those feet work? Yes, it is a word, Ernie. Feet work. When they try to defend him one-on-one, no contest.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Yes. Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.
So that's basically what the NBA 2K will look like. Let's see here. Wow, Scottie Pippen's injured. 6 to 8 weeks without Scottie Pippen. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do some of that stuff and everything. I just haven't planned on it yet. Trying to see some stats. Let's see. Russell Westbrook is leading the way. Yeah, it's good that Steph Curry and Durant are working together. You can see Larry Bird is dominating. David Robinson is dominating. Oh, so you see Iverson's taking a lot of points. What the heck is Why, Isaiah? I mean, you're leading on two different teams and stuff. One's yourself and one's your son. That is hilarious. It's like you have freaking Jordan on your team and you're leading the team. And you know what's interesting is like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Brian are sharing. So, wow. Interesting. Anyways, let me know if you like. I'll basically I'm gonna play a bunch of games and stuff and everything more, and for my next video. But let me know if you like it or not. Let me know what you'd like to see, and we'll go from there. This is David B69. Please hit that subscribe button and like button, and we'll see you next time.